Hello everyone, this is your Comic Maven Nicole D'Andria. Another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie has come out. I'd like to focus on some of their comic book counterparts, and I'm not talking about the allies and villains you usually hear about. I'm talking about comic characters you've never heard of, including the likes of Raphael's ex-girlfriend Ninjara, arguably the devil himself Mr. Null, and the interdimensional traveling cowhead Cudley the Cowlick. These characters are from Archie Comics' take on the TMNT. Yes, that Archie Comics. Their series, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures, ran from 1988 to 1995. The series serves as a separate reality from TMNT series published by other companies, such as IDW Publishing, the current publisher of TMNT Comics. It was a rather bizarre series based on the first cartoon of the Turtles. It had an environmentalist mentality and introduced kids to some political topics, including apartheid and the Gulf War. You even get to see Raphael punch out Adolf Hitler. So what better place to get comic characters you've never heard of? Ninjara is a fox, and I mean that literally. She is part of an ancient race of fox people who lived in the mountains of Japan. She is supposedly the best thief in all of Japan and is skilled in martial arts. She can easily climb walls and has acute animal senses. Ninjara is also a swordswoman, and, if her name didn't already give it away, she is a ninja. Her fighting skills are on par with the Turtles. The first time the Turtles met Ninjara, she was a henchwoman to Chien Khan, a Japanese gangster. However, when she found out Chien was planning on poisoning the Japanese countryside, Ninjara switched sides. She traveled with the Turtles afterwards and moved into their lair in the New York City sewers. She also began a relationship with Raphael. However, like most comic book romances, Ninjara and Raphael's relationship didn't last. She fought with the TMNT from issue 29 to issue 70, but then she realized she was no longer in love with Raphael and needed consistency and structure to her life. Her last appearance in the Archie Comics continuity was in TMNT number 70. It's unclear if she would have appeared again to reunite with the Turtles, since the series was cancelled, ending on issue 72. Ninjara ends up living with Mokashan, the leader of a clan of Alaskan humanoid wolves that she met towards the end of her run in TMNT. She becomes his mate and has a child with him, a daughter by the name of Mocha. Ninjara went on to star in her own story in the comic book series Furlough, an anthology book starring furries. In the series, Ninjara is Mokashan's widow. Her mate was assassinated by an unknown human sniper, dying the same way his first mate had. After his death, Ninjara took her daughter and left. She went in search of Mokashan's murderer. She only had one clue to work off of, a token bearing a kanji symbol, which the sniper dropped. I didn't pick Ninjara because of the obvious furry jokes, but instead because she sounds like a very capable female warrior who unfortunately never made the transition from comics to the television or movie screens. It's unlikely we'll ever see her blade again, but she will be remembered as an impressive warrior who touched Raphael's heart. What's more threatening than a businessman in a purple leisure suit? Mr. Null, at first, seemed to be a minor enemy to the TMNT. He took part in projects that destroyed the environment, including slash-and-burn destruction of the South American rainforest and dumping toxic waste into the ocean. Null went from being a minor threat to a major one, however, when he sold the world to an alien by the name of Maligna. As part of the deal, Null had to kill the entire human race. To help him do this, Mr. Null used the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: death, famine, war, and pestilence. He controlled death, who in turn gave orders to the rest of the horsemen. Null claimed he was the devil, and he grew even more demonic for each evil deed he committed, growing larger horns as well as sprouting a tail and bat-like wings. Of course, trying to destroy the human race is something that will get the notice of some heroes, specifically the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Mighty Mutanimals. The two teams combined defeated Mr. Null and stopped the apocalypse. But Mr. Null wasn't done. He contracted a group of cyborgs to kill the Mighty Mutanimals. This decision was rather controversial in the real world, since the 2-page spread where the Mighty Mutanimals die is a rather gory display, filled with machine gun bullets tearing through the group, a sad ending to a team that was struggling and failed to become a cartoon series. Mr. Null met his end at the hands of the turtle Slash. Slash sacrificed himself in order to stop Null and Maligna from escaping a hive ship that crashed into the sun. Mr. Null makes for a pretty great alternate villain to the Shredder, and who doesn't want to see a corrupt businessman turn into a devil and get his butt kicked by 4 heroes in a half-shell? But let's end on a lighter note. And what's better for that than the disembodied head of a giant cow? This is Cudley the Cowlick, a sentient being who can travel between time, space, and dimensions. He is used as a mode of transportation by the turtles, carrying them in his mouth and taking them to different planets and realms. Cudley's origins were never explained. During his first appearance, he abducts the turtles under the order of two intergalactic wrestling promoters, Stump and Sling, forcing them to wrestle on the galaxy's most popular TV show. When the turtles are victorious, Cudley brings them back to Earth. Despite working for the wrestling organization, Cudley will betray them in order to transport people who need it. After the first incident with the turtles, he becomes their friend and occasionally travels through time and space with them when needed. Not a fighter, Cudley gets shot down when Maligna is attacking Earth. He crashes into the Amazon. His wounds are licked clean by cows in the forest, who seem to take a liking to him. He is saved by the mighty mutanimals. At first, the creatures with Cudley, Wingnut, Screwloose, and Leatherhead, try to attack the mutanimals when they get near. However, Cudley argues they all need to save their energy for the fight against Maligna. Since he can't fight, Cudley helped against the invasion of the insectoid warriors by transporting their unconscious bodies to Dimension X. So yes, a space-traveling, disembodied talking cowhead does exist in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe. Just when you thought you'd seen it all, Archie Comics gives you even more to see. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse into the more bizarre side of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you're interested in reading the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures series from Archie Comics, they are being reprinted by IDW Publishing. Check out my website, comicmaven.com, for other articles about the Turtles and comic book related material. The two websites I write for, Entertainment Fuse and Comic Frontline, feature additional articles from lots of talented writers, which you should definitely see for yourself. Keep it geeky, everyone.